How's it going, everyone? Sam1703 here. So I'm just gonna quick go over, well, not quick, it'll be a little bit, but I'm gonna go over this task that Gaster and I worked on to get 9 into warp zone, which saves 1 frame over Periwinkle's task, or R03 at the end of the warp zone. So I'll quick just show it to you guys, and then I'll go over it. Alright, so there, as you saw, we got 9 into warp zone, and then this is just the task warp zone, which was already perfect, and I don't believe will ever be improved unless we somehow not find a new strat with that. But anyways, let's go over this. So hold B and right, obviously, then we do what's called an underground fast accelerator TFA, which saves around a frame, and gives good subpixels and subspeed for this trick. Anyways, so Mario makes his way over here, just regularly, doesn't lose any subpixels. Then jumps on frame 190. Then he does a 2-frame right release. That 2-frame right release before the left press. And releasing right on this specific frame is important. Because if he doesn't release it on this frame, let's say he releases it 1 frame early, or as we'll show, he goes too far to the right to be able to land on that block. I believe that has to do with subspeed. And here he goes up, but he bonks into this. If you look at his Y speed on the RAM watch to the left, his X speed goes 3, 2, 1, 0, then starts going up again and goes back to 0. That means he bonked again, which is inoptimal. So we have to hold it. We have to go R, nothing, nothing, L. And then hold left on the specific frame. Again, if we hold it 1 frame too late, then we go too far. If we hold left 1 frame too early, this is really weird. So this has to do with Y speed, with like some Y speed transfer stuff. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, basically Mario just doesn't land as early. So you see, this is the frame he'd be on the ground. This is the first frame he usually would be, and then so it's 2 frames later, it seems like. So by releasing left on this frame, or by starting to press left on this frame, we basically gain 2 frames. That's also what I found before, is that by jumping on this frame, instead of, like, was it 1 frame earlier, 1 frame later, or something like that, you can save a frame just because of a Y speed or something. I believe it was, I was trying to do it 1 frame earlier, and it was losing 1 frame or something like that. I don't remember all the specifics, but basically we hold left, we do a frame perfect jump here, obviously, and then hold left, get Mario's X speed to 0, then we do a 3-frame right tap, and then we start holding right while in the block right here so we can get Mario's momentum up high before he jumps, because this is like one of the last subpixels you can be on this block before falling off. You see, next frame he moves a pixel to the right. If Mario had been at that X pixel when the frame before, then he wouldn't have landed on the block. So get our speed up. You see it goes up to 8. And then we do a left release right here for subspeed reasons. Subpixel reasons, actually. That slows Mario down. You see, if you hold it, Mario bonks. Because basically, if you're holding left while accelerating, if you're holding left while trying to push yourself to the left, then he's going to push you more to the left and you're going to bonk. So this 1 frame left release is important because it just doesn't slow you down enough for that little bit of time that you get to kind of corner clip right here. And one thing we experimented with that we could not get is doing a TFA or triple fast accel earlier. So we could, in theory, let's just try this real quick. So we could, in theory, do a TFA right here. you see he gets above speed, but he grabs the vine in an awkward position, and there's no real good way to grab the vine optimally. We've tried tons of different combination of jumps and, you know, movements to try to get a high number into warp zone. We could never get above 8, I believe, with this strat. So going back to the original strat, let's edit this again. Was it down here? Give me a second. Is this it? No, one frame earlier. Okay, here we go. This was it. So we got frame 56 jump is the earliest we can do. And we don't actually need to press up on the vine, which is funny, and then get 9 into warp zone. So where did we find a frame over periwinkle? Well, I honestly don't know. I'll need to look over it more, but I have a suspicion. So periwinkle's task jumped early for this, which is what we were trying to do to save time. He jumped early for this. He jumped backwards early for this and landed, I think, 1 pixel below where we grabbed the vine, which is interesting because I didn't even know it was possible until I was working on tasking this, and that it was, you know, even possible to grab this high on the vine. But yeah, we found a way. But I think grabbing the vine and the jump to grab the vine is really where we gained the time. If not that, then probably just stuff to do with the momentum in the clip right here. Because what Gaster worked on, so I'd gotten 8 into warp zone, and Gaster improved it to 9 into warp zone. So technically he did get the extra frame, but he improved this section right here. He got like a fast fall, I believe. This fall right here was 1 frame faster. He was able to land on the ground 1 frame faster than I did, which I believe is already done in Periwinkle's task. So I believe it was just something I overlooked. That was a possible time save that I could have done. So thank you to Gaster for helping me with that. But yeah, I believe that goes over most of it. There we go left, we do a 3-frame right tap. I'm going to be uploading a video soon that explains a good RTA method, the one that Nifsky did in his Lightning 4.2, or Glitchless Lightning, or Task 4.2, whatever you want to call it. Basically, instead of doing these 3 frames of right, and you don't do any right here, you release left 1 frame earlier with like different subpixels, and then you just start holding right a little bit earlier in this coin block, and then you switch to left. So basically, you're holding left this time, obviously. You release left, you hold right, and then you go back to left. And that's the only direction changes you have. So it just goes left, right, left, which is much, much simpler than, you know, whatever the heck these inputs are. I mean, this is not very possible RTA. Maybe someone could do it, but, you know, especially this section right here. I mean, this isn't the part we got rid of, but this is just optimizations to subpixels. But, you know, even just doing this section right here, this is not really going from left to right and then right to left again is a bit hard. So yeah, that's we basically just made this section easier for humans. We were able to get 5 into warp zone. I think with the Y speed that Gaster was showing me, might be able to get 6 into warp zone with it, which would be awesome because they're pretty simple inputs compared to this, which, you know, again, I said I'll make a video on it later. Warp zone, not too much to explain, just like we did before. Do a triple fast accel, get A2 subpixels, except we don't actually want A2 subpixels. So now, I didn't make this section. I believe this was Periwinkle and then Gaster copy and pasted, so good for him, because that's a lot of work. But yeah, this is kind of insane. Just So task warpzone. Let me try to explain to the best of my ability what's going on. So changes his subpixels right here, left, right, gets D5 subpixels. The frame he lands, he's holding right. That actually slows him down to walking speed. You can see right here the X speed in RAM watch is at 40 right now, and the next frame it's at 24, which means he completely slowed down to walking speed in one frame. This is the same idea as 1-2G. Then goes left, starts to slow down. This is also the same idea as tree strat turnaround or task pipe entry. In task pipe entry would be in glitch 4.2, I guess. That's what the task does in 4.2 any percent. So yeah, holds B here. I can't go too far into explaining that, but basically if we didn't hold B, we'd fall off. So I believe B just makes slow down faster or something like that. I'm not sure. 2-frame right tap puts you over the edge. Then you start holding left at a good time. And then does a TFA here. Right when they get 24 or above 24 speed, jumps into the pipe R03. So yeah, that is this whole frame rule. Looks like there's also a right release here. I didn't notice that. That's probably for subspeed reasons, I'd assume. But yeah, that is Glitchless 4.2. It's kind of insane. I don't know if there's really anything I didn't go over. There's a lot of technical stuff in this, even that I didn't explain, and it would just take way too much effort to try to explain that. It's like you know stuff in your head, but explaining it is a whole nother story. But yeah, I've talked to Gaster about this. We don't really think this is improvable after his frame save here, which I just completely overlooked, and with this right here, yeah, it's a very slim chance, I think, that anyone will be able to save a frame over this. Getting A into warp zone, that would be amazing. That would be insane. But we've been able to save, I believe, a couple subpixels over this, but never a whole frame. There might be something with subspeed manipulation, but it's hard because we need to have like really good balance of speed and subpixels right here to be able to, like, you know, clip the corner this much with this much speed. And look at our X speed. This is insane. This might be where I saved over Periwinkle's task. I'm not completely sure. You see Mario's X speed. It goes -22, -23, and then -25. It completely skips over -24. With pretty much every single other different form of subpixels, you know, whatever's going on, it always gets stuck at 24 for like at least a frame or two, or it goes like 23, 24, 25, or you go 20, 22, 23, 25. So because it doesn't get stuck at walking speed, it's faster. It's just completely skips over that. I'm not really sure how I was able to do that, but yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, but I think that's it. Thank you all for watching. To whoever stuck to the end, thank you very much. Yeah, see you later. Bye.